Hey guys, sound check. Happy Mother's Day. It's been a while since we last chatted, so I thought I fired up the computer today fire up the camera today. And hey, Freddie Kozalo, how are you doing? How are you, Freddie? Are we? I'm just checking to see if we are good. Okay, that's good there. Hey guys, how's it going? Austin James from Ohio. Welcome to the house. Welcome to the house. Hold on, I got to just check a few things. Just bear with me. Yeah, today we'll go through some Q&A. All right. Just bear with me. All right. Hey, Sharon. Um, Delayed till August. Why? It's already available. Tomcat Kun. Thank you. Loud and clear. Strength 5. Strength 5. We are Strength 5. Hey, Matt Cole. Thank you for tuning in. Happy Mother's Day. Nice and clear in the UK. That's good to know. We are good to go. Good and good. That's good. Hey, Gray Fox, welcome to the stream. This is a different kind of stream. This is about Caliber Wings, so it's models and stuff. Emilio M, hi. All right, guys, I'm gonna take this opportunity to go through some because I've been very busy lately, and I thought I got to come back and touch base with you guys, and answer some of those questions that have been I guess being posted on Facebook. And yeah, I think mostly Facebook. So I thought I'll take this live stream to answer those questions. And if you have any more, other questions, you can always let me know. So I'm gonna be sharing my screen momentarily. Hey, Emilio from Spain. Wow, what's the time? Is it what time is it over there in Spain now? Let me know. Let me guys, guys, let me know what time you're at currently. For me, it is like 11:25 in the evening on Sunday, and the work never stops. So I thought I would do this live stream and settle some queries. Okay, the first query I like to settle is about the F-16. So let me get that out first. Hold on. Let me get that out. There we go. Okay, 20 comments here. So how do I do this? How do I share the screen and zoom in? Let's see. How do we do this? Hold on, right? Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Okay, hold on. Okay. I think what I'll do is I would take a screenshot and then address them one by one. So I'm gonna take the screenshot of this, right? And I'm going to open up the message here. Let's see, where is it? There we go. All right, and I'm going to open with preview, and I'm going to share my screen. Share my screen with preview. Where is it? Window. Oh, hold on. Yeah, preview. So where is it? This one? Screenshot? Yeah, okay, sure. Sure. All right. So come RMesh. Let me first read your comment. I received mine yesterday, the F16. It's obvious a lot of time and effort has gone into its production. The detail is fantastic. Thank you for that. So a few issues that is disappointing. The windbreakers do not stay in. I'm not too sure about what you mean by windbreakers. I'm assuming it's the speed brakes. I had to glue them. Oh, actually, there's more to the message. This is my bad, my bad. Okay, hold on, my bad. Hold on, guys, my bad. There we go. So let's close that. Let's do it again. Let's take two. Take two, all right? Take two. Let me open up the screenshot. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Preview. And StreamYard, I'm going to share my screen. Share screen. Okay, there we go. All right. So the speed brakes did not stay in. I had to glue them. Some of the missiles did not stay on and had to be glued. The bottom portion with wheels kept falling off if unit is off the ground. The rear wings connection is really flimsy. They keep falling. I'd like to ask you to reconsider some of the designs. Thank you. All right. So my reply is so first of all, Kam, we appreciate your customership, right? We thank you so much for supporting us with the model. But I have to explain a few things. So this is the first time we have done the F16 tooling. So the first time, as compared to our previous toolings of F14 and SU24, which had problems, we made an effort, and I've mentioned this, a concerted effort to make sure that the first time tooling of the F16 is as good as it gets. But apparently there are still certain places that we needed to fine tune, and we are fine tuning it as we speak. Because why haven't you seen a second wave release of the F16 yet? Because we are fine tuning the tooling. We got the F16 out before Chinese New Year this year, so January 2021, and February, March, April, May has gone by without the second wave because we are refining the tooling. Now, I explained a few things over there, that it is normal for the missiles to fall off. And of course, you mentioned that you beg to differ. I also mentioned that there's no need to glue anything, and you said you beg to differ. So I'm going to show on right now. Okay, see, it came off, right? A good example, right? It just came off as I took it out. All right, it came off. Let me just remove this from the screen first and just do the solo display. Okay, so one of the pylons just came off as I took it out, but as you can see, I did not glue it. Right, I want to make sure that you know that it's not glued. You can see there's no glue stains. Right, so I'm going to put it back. Right, I'm going to put it back right now. And there you go. Another pylon fell off. See? All right. So there you go. It went on, right, without glue. And again, this one, I need to use my right hand. I'm right-handed. All right. So again. All right, guys. These are models, and they are intricate. And there you go. All right. See? So they do not fall off. See? They do not fall off, right? There's no need to glue them. They do not fall off. But yes, if you touch it, it's going to fall off. If you touch it, it's going to fall off. It's going to fall off, off, and off, right? But like I said again, no glue, right? We'll put it back and it stays on. All right, it stays on. Again, stays on. All right. Again. All right, it stays on. Sidewinder. Right. Came off. We put it back on. All right. Drops off. We put it back on. Of course, if you want to glue it, it's up to you. Right. But the point is that there's no need to glue it. There is a separation of its whether it's right side or left side. You just need some patience. Right? So it's on there. I'm going to finish up these two sides here. One last one. And there we go. All right. See? Doesn't fall off. All right. Okay. It does not fall off. And that is what it is. Every single model is the same. It's the same. And until we change it to magnets, which is in the future, when we have the finances to do so, once we sell enough units and we make back some, recover the cost of the tooling, and we can reinvest the money to make the magnetic joints. But like I said, it does not require glue, right? So yeah, some of you obviously would have different ways of interacting with the model. But the way I do it is that I'm gentle, right? As anybody should, right? It's a model after all. And when you're gentle and there's some patience, and I said that you don't need the glue, you don't need glue, right? This is the proof. All right. So I'm going to put it back onto the stand. I'm going to set it down, and I'm going to carry on the rest of the Q&A. Okay. So I hope that demonstration can put to rest that let me put it up again. All right. So okay. So again, calm. I appreciate your comments. Again, I appreciate it. But please, if you want to glue it, that's fine. But as I said, there is no need to glue. And I said it is normal for the missiles to fall off. I said it's normal for the missile pylons to fall off, and that's why. And I've already demonstrated momentarily ago that the missiles, by just a little bit, it falls off. Okay. And obviously we have suggestions that we should make the tabs thicker and stuff like that, but there's no need, because at the moment it works. We are going to change to the magnets in future, so there's no need for us to waste that time to change anything at the moment. By changing things, that means we cannot do production. We got to halt and keep changing. All right. And like I said, that there is no real, by making it deeper, it does not make a difference. It does not, because the way we have configured it, right, is so that when you are without the pylons, if the wing is naked, you will see less signature of holes and trenches. So that is the thought process that went through when making the pegs like that, right? It's just nice. It holds. So if it holds, we don't need to make it such that it is childproof, right? If you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to put it back. See, just like that. I did it again without glue, right? And this is not a special piece. This is the same as all the pieces that you have. In regards to the bottom falling off, I've already done the demonstration. So um, and your mention of the elevators being flimsy, again, it's not flimsy. It's not flimsy at all. I've done the demonstration about how you can, if the washer is a problem, you can change the washer. I've done all those things, so it's not really a problem. All right, so I hope I can put this to rest, and we can move on. All right. Okay, so in the meantime, let me look at the current comments that's been flooding in. Okay, so 10:30 in the morning, Alfonso. Good morning to you. David Griffins. So hi. I know you do the SU-24 and the SU-22 soon. Would you consider doing other Western jets in the future? Yes, I've already planned for the MiG-31, but the MiG-31 will only come, I guess, in 2023, right? Because we take 2 years to do one tooling. So that is I've mentioned that. So thanks, David, for your comment, and that is the answer. So Freddie, any chance of doing a F-14D Christine? So once we get the F-14D tooling out, then we can start to plan on making deliveries. The first and foremost is to get the tooling out, and currently that obviously is the challenge that I face. Making a livery is not a problem. It is making the model first that is the key. So currently I am very focused to make sure that the configuration that we have, device, swappable slats and flaps for flaps down position, that it works, that you are getting something with enough of a tolerance that's acceptable as a caliber wings model, again, flimsy as it might be, right? So Adrian Sibrinski, I hope I got the name right. No question. Just saying that the Tiger and Tracer pre-pose looks superb. Not sure what do you mean by F7F. I've not done any pre-pros on that. All right. I'll consider about the U2, because when I set my mind to do something, I would do it. Austin James Newman, thank you for joining the stream. More mix to add to our collection as and when I'm able to. Obviously, I would do it. So Daniel Pullum. Okay. Hi, Daniel. So we were chatting online on the messenger regarding your situation about that stand having the melted phenomenon. Again, like I said, I've only experienced it with pictures from 3 sources max, and then yours will be the 4th source. I tried to replicate it myself by putting the model on the stand for ages, but I could not replicate it. So my only conclusion is that the tip of that particular piece, of those particular pieces, had some interaction by I don't know what, and it caused it to melt. Again, it is not replicated on any other stands that we have done. But in any case, in the new stands, we have already changed the materials. So in the new stands, right, the materials are already changed. Okay, so hopefully, and we have actually not had any such complaints or discoveries ever since that, and that is like 3 years ago when we did the VF-33 Starfighters and VF-143 Punking Dogs, part of Wave 3. All right, so I'm going to read your yep. So I was told I could bend the rear rudder of the F-14 to crack the existing glue if it doesn't level, and then apply super glue. My question: will the rudder come off from the plane slightly once the existing glue is cracked? No, the rudder will not come away from the plane. The rudder is attached to the model with a rivet. There's a bigger piece inside, and it can't come out from the circle. All right. If you need more videography proof, I will arrange to get something videograph, yeah, and share with you guys. But I think we if you reference, I'm gonna see if I can just drop this in the comment section. Hold on. If you reference the making of TP05, all right. So TP05, okay. So I'm just dropping this link in the chat right now. I'm pretty sure that in this video you can see how the part is assembled. Hold on, let me just see if I can bring it up. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen again. I'm going to share the screen, and I'm going to go to here, share. Can you see it, guys? Okay, so you can see that the rudder is anchored into place, right? I'm not sure if you can see my mouse, right? Can you see my mouse? I don't think so. All right, you can see very clearly the white plastic is where the rudder is anchored into place. So there is no way that the rudder will come off. All right, so I hope we address that. Good. Are you good, then, Daniel? Sorry. All right. And regarding the replacement of the closed landing gear door part, we don't have the exact piece. We can try to find something from another model that had the same color or similar. Not the same. It's just going to be as close as we can get, right? If you're okay with that, we can arrange something. I'll get again, I would advise you to, I will definitely drop that email to you in the messenger, because again, I don't handle customer service. Kelly on email handles customer service. So you have to, I'm going to drop the email again in the comment section right now. Okay. So please kindly send all customer service emails to this email address. And for example, you need the part, then state clearly what part you need. And of course, I'll also give the message to Kelly that Daniel is looking for this particular replacement part, and we will do our best to make sure we keep you satisfied. All right, Daniel? Let me know if that's good for you. Okay, let me just stop the screen first. Okay, Francisco, thank you for that question. Um, I think we are. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have just done the F16 tooling, and we are not going to do a revamp such that there's a flaps down version so fast. So it's gonna, if anything, is gonna become much later. I'm talking about a few years. So on the next wave, can you put a magnet? No, I can't put a magnet on the next wave because that involves retooling, and retooling involves money, and money is something that we don't have right now to do this kind of stuff. I can be upfront. All right. So let's see. So Ben, Ikin, I just want to say that I got both first wave and I didn't have issues yet. The missiles are fiddly to put one, but once on, they don't fall off. Yes, exactly. It's a bit of a puzzle, isn't it? I mean, if you want all the ordnance glued, I mean, if you want all the ordnance that is not fiddly, you want it on the plane as it comes. I don't think any manufacturer has been able to accomplish this task, whereby you can see the attachment points of the pylons. They are not like a big piece of attachment. It's a small little attachment. So by physics, if this model is thrown in the box and is thrown by the courier, the FedEx guy, the post office guy is thrown, how do you think this pylon is going to stay, even if it's glued on, even if we glue it dead, right? And if we glue it dead, then it I don't know, then you can't display it without the ordnance, right? It's got to be like that. So you glue it dead, it comes to you broken, and then you glue it back yourself, right? Or it comes to you separate, like all manufacturers, and then you put the pylons on yourself. And we have already done it such that it doesn't fall off, right? It's fiddly, yes, because it's 72 scale, right? In 172 scale, this is the distance between each pylon. There's no two ways about it. And the fingers, obviously, it could be a little bit thick. Your fingers are a bit thick, and once you put one on, you might interfere with the other. So I understand the constraints. I understand the frustrations, but it is what it is, right? I mean, what can we do, right? If the pitot tube breaks off, focus, come on, focus. It's not focusing. If the pitot tube breaks off, it's not focusing. If the pitot tube breaks off, then it breaks off because it is that fragile, isn't it? Right? So, yeah, you know. So, Simos Chios, is that how you pronounce your name? I just received my Hellenic Air Force F-16 and love it. Thank you very much. Which display attach do you recommend with all the missiles? Well, it's up to you. Display it any way you like. All right, that's what it is. Display it any way you like. But thanks for the comment. Thanks for the nice comment. I have no problems with my F-16. Yes, thank you, Freddie. Thank you very much. Again, we don't mean to make models with problems. We do our best to make it more problem free. But again, it is a model after all, and if there are some problems here and there, we hope that it is not something that is too detrimental to the model. Hey, good afternoon from Italy. Good afternoon there. I can't pronounce your name though. All right. So will you be doing an Israeli? Yes, we will be doing Israeli. Just hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. So Dean Olivero. Yeah, that's the name. Any intention for doing helicopters? Nope, not right now, sir. Not right now. In fact, not very soon at all, and not very in the distance. I mean, I don't have a inclination for helicopters, so I don't think I should be touching stuff that I don't know. Any chance high end RD, right? RD, thanks for joining the stream. Any chance for that? There's always a chance, but like I said, we have to finish off what we have on our plate first, as I mentioned many times, right? So Jose Carreras, Jose Carreras plans for diorama for F-14. So currently, the diorama bases are done very well from Basecraft, and we feel that if we can't do it better at the moment, then we will not try to do it. You know what I'm saying? When we do something, it's gotta be the better one, right? We gotta be doing something that is, you know, the best, hopefully. So if we can't do the best and somebody's really doing the best, then let's not try to get ourselves into the mix. Mohammed Hazif Hafizan. Any interest in? Okay, so from Malaysia, I presume. No, I we have to finish off stuff on our plate first, man. Um, Otherwise, there's no end. There's no end. So Rob, Portagian. I'm trying my best to pronounce your names, right? I'm not the best at all these names. So, what's the question? Yes, I just shared the test shot a few days ago on a stream, but I don't know exactly when to expect the release because there are still tons of issues to fix on the fitter. I can only say that I hope to bring it out by next February before Chinese New Year. How does that sound? Sounds fair? Oh, there we go. That's my all right. What else? What else? Yeah, no glue needed exactly. No glue needed. But yeah, I mean if you want more security, you can always dab a little bit. Okay. Yeah. All right, Daniel, you have your conversation with Simos. Alex Timus from Brazil. Okay. Thanks for joining. Hey, hello, Corinne. It is what it is. Somebody famous once said that, right? Uh, so all models, missiles, and bombs are hard. Yeah, it's hard because at 72 scale, it's it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. Daniel Van Oos, what block F-16 can you make your tooling with? We are block 50 and block 52. I think we mentioned that before. Mm, I'll have to check what those blocks are. I think the Dutch F-16 is MLF. No, MLU. MLU. What's MLF? Sorry about that, man. MLU. I think so. And if that's the case, then I think our F-frame is not accurate for that. If we do it, it's just going to be, it's doable, I guess, but just not accurate. Hi, Dean. Um, again, we're currently not looking at new models at the moment because we have to come up with the tracker, we have to come up with the fitter, we have to come up with the confirmed MiG 31 and the B-58 and the U-2. So I think that's enough to last us the next 10 years. So I think unless, like I said, unless things change, I am not currently looking at any more. I think the best advice is I should not bite off more than I can chew, and I can only chew at the moment. 6 different aircrafts for me to manage. It's a lot. Again, I'm a one man show, right? So please take note that I'm a one man show, and a one man can only do so much. Mohammed again. Um, one more question: Denmark, Norwegian, Korean. Yeah, if the livery works on our model, yeah, we'll definitely do it because we want to make models, right? So we got to make different liveries as much as possible. Okay, so Jose again. All right, no worries, man. Always here to answer. MiG 29, yes, MiG 29 will be my go-to plane. Oh, Haza, good evening. How's things in Guangzhou? Thanks for joining the stream. Didn't know you're interested in aircraft models. Oh, Kerwin, don't get you started on your warehouse or on your what? Nice, interesting names. Dick Pants. Okay. All right. So Austin James, what model MiG 31? What model? MiG 31 is MiG 31, right? Okay, Haza, everything is going well. Been a bit of an aviation geek for a while. Yeah, more civil although. Okay, yeah. Yeah, in fact, you can, there's lots of civil aviation models on Taobao. Go check it out, Haza. Go open up your Taobao app and put in 1:400 scale. Anything, right? 777, 747, 787, A320, A319, and you can find lots and lots of options. Go get one and display it in your home. All right, famous orange guy. Diego, welcome to the stream. Cheers from Chile. Yeah, Chilean F-16. I will investigate. I'll investigate very much. No worries, man. No worries. I'm here to help. Okay, I'm going to carry on and address the rest of the questions. I just gone one. Next question would be, okay. What's the next question? Okay. All right, I'm gonna grab a screenshot of this one. All right, and put it up on the screen. All right, share screen. Okay, so Cornelio and Kasim were having a discussion about the next wave of the F-16, wave 2, and in particular the Primo. Okay, first of all, wingtip launchers without missile. Yes, we are providing the wingtip launchers without the missiles from wave 2. That was originally my intention for the ultimate Vipers, but unfortunately, for wave 1, the factory forgot to include the wingtip launchers without the missile into the tooling. So it was too late then to tool the part in because furthermore, there's not enough space. So we had to make use of the S2 tooling to put those parts into the tooling. So the next wave would have the wingtip pylons without the missiles, and you can actually interchange. That's why, let me again put up, hold on. That's why I made, focus. That's why I made this that detachable. So you can change out the non-missile pylon. See? I do things for a reason. I just don't do things for the sake of doing things. So I hope that answers that question, and we will carry on with the other part of it, which is the colors, right? So the colors. Did Caliber change the update the artwork for the upcoming F-16s? Yes, we did. We did update the artwork. Both rear elevators seem to have the same color. That is correct. Again, I have contacted a Japanese. Again, a collector enthusiast on Twitter, and he was very helpful in providing very clear images of Primo, with the two elevators being of totally different colors, and we confirmed that. All right, so we're doing it exactly. The two elevators are different colors, but unfortunately, this Japanese person, whom I initially wanted to credit onto the packaging for assisting us, which is a very crucial assist, right? If not for his very clear photograph, I would not have confirmed that the elevators are of two different different colors, but the same, right? On both port side and starboard side. Initially, I thought it was only on one side because I only had a photograph that suggested that it was only on one side, but clearly it was on both sides, the same colors, but different from the main body color. And I wanted to credit him onto the packaging, but upon him finding out that I am a bootlegger, I have no regard for license, I am a scoundrel of the earth, I am the worst of the worst, then he decided that he's not going to, he said, please don't put my name onto the box, right? Because he's disgusted with Caliber wings. So that's the way it goes. That's the way we roll. All right, so that's that. And let me check on the next. Hold on. So Daniel, is the Dutch S2 still a car? Yeah, obviously. Is the Dutch S2 is the first wave. It's part of the first wave. So we are almost there. We are like maybe 90% of the tooling. Because like I've mentioned before, it was back heavy, right? In the real aircraft, it's obvious that the weight of the aircraft itself, the CG is on the front because of the engines being heavy, and the tail would obviously be like a frame, just a frame. There's nothing being loaded into the tail. But on a 172 scale model, if you want the tail to be metal, then that section is metal, and it offsets the center of gravity. Even if we had metal for the engine section, it's not going to affect anything because the density of the metal for the size of what it is not going to affect the CG, right? We can't make. I mean, it's just logic that you know that the engine on the real aircraft is much heavier than a frame of the aircraft. That's why it can fly, right? The aircraft is supposed to be as light as possible, But on the model, again, it's different. The application is different. It's totally different. And the compromise was to make the entire back section plastic. But I was not going to do that, right? I had a chance to just make it easy, right? Just it's the easiest way is to make the back plastic. But I was not going to do the easy things. I'm doing the hard things. And hence the back remains metal. And by doing that, we're going to add ballast to the front. And the whole S2 would be probably the heaviest model for its size. And you will see it's coming. We're going to make sure it comes up by end of the year. All right, we're almost there. My favorite aircraft is the F-16, and we've made it, right? The next one is the MiG-29. Wow. There's no need to modify. That we can't modify. We have to make a new tooling. So even if we make the new tooling, there is no A version stabilizers that comes with wing, beer cans on the wings. So it doesn't work unless we forego this accuracy aspect. I plan to purchase the F-16, but I'll wait for the Primo. Sure. Wave 2 will be much better. I mean, Wave 1 is sold out anyway, so yes, got what you mean. Yes, Daniel, so we have answered this already. Thank you for having all three of the Top Gun series, and Cougar and Merlin will not be an option because he buggered out. Yeah, see, the thing about weathering is that I am not satisfied with the way the factory does weathering. It's as much as I try to teach them how to do it, they are just not doing it to the way I want it to be. And I just can't stand blotches here and there. While they're doing the weathering, they would miss out certain parts, over wipe certain parts, over weather certain parts, and it's not good, and it's very time consuming, and at the end of the day, it affects the production line when a clean one would have sufficed and it just rolls out into the market. A weathering one would be, it's difficult. It's difficult. As much as I try to do it, it's difficult. So it's yeah. We will cross the bridge when we get to it. All right. So Freddy, F-15, yeah, who knows? We need to do the F-15 some justice, right? Okay, so that's the end of the section of comments here. So I'm going to hit back to address the other comments, I guess, that I saw. Yeah, I'm actually going to go to the inbox from the Facebook site. And there's a few questions which I've not answered, so I got to answer it. Oh yeah, I got to make sure I clarify this. Hold on, I got to make sure I clarify this. This has been quite the thorn in my skin or something like that. Is that the phrase? The thorn, right? So just gonna share the screen. Just gonna share the screen here. All right. This way. Okay. So let's talk let's talk white box. All right. So what happened with this guy is that this is wave 3, and wave 3 is the first wave that we applied the panel wash. And we all know the infamous foul marks on the glove veins on wave 1. So if not for me rejecting a good amount of this batch, then we'll be talking about maybe the foul marks on the nose of this batch. So it will be me being thrown under the bus again. Caliber Wings has foul marks, and here we go again. Caliber Wings has foul marks again, right? So they actually foul off the nose, right? It's very obvious that you can see the nose part having a flat section. All right. So I rejected it. I rejected about 400 pieces. So in the batch of 1050 limited edition run, only about 600 pieces made it to the market. Okay. And the rest of the 400 was meant to be destroyed because it's QC failed, right? But the factory has decided to package in a white box and sell it off to the market because obviously they felt that these are good enough. The models are good. I mean, yeah, the models are good enough. It's just that the nose has at the tip of the nose, just at the pitot tube, there is a nice little straight foul mark, right? Maybe it's my mistake for rejecting it. Maybe I should have passed it and put it into the market, because maybe only a handful of people will realize it, but the most people will just not see it, and it's all good, isn't it? It's all good. So it's my bet. It's my bet for QC filling 4 units. In hindsight, I should have just approved it, because now I got this problem of the items in a white box, and people are questioning about I have no control over my brand, right? So I'm getting comments that Caliber Wings, you can't. That means you can't control your brand. That means how am I as a buyer? How am I assured that the Caliber Wings I buy at this high price, I won't find another Caliber Wings at a lower price with a white box? Think about that. Think about that for a second. You are using one example. You're using one example, one incident, and trying to apply it across the board. So there is a chance, right? So now that this has surfaced, there's a chance that every single Caliber Wings model will appear in a white box sometime in the future. Right? So whatever I say will not assure you, because it has happened before. Right now, it has happened right now. Now it has happened. So in future, unless you don't see it for the next 5-10 years, then you are assured that it won't happen, because the fact that it has happened, in your mind, you think it's going to happen, right? Because Caliber Wings can't control your brand. So what can I say? There's nothing for me to say. There's nothing for me to say at all, right? If you truly believe that this is the standard, that every single model of Caliber Wings, you will definitely find one in a white box, then go ahead to think it that way. Go ahead, right? I can't influence your thinking. You can go ahead and think whatever way you want to think. If you want to wait for a white box version, you can go ahead. All right. And then another stupid thing, another silly thing is that he's saying that if the model is going to be in a white box, then it shouldn't be called Caliber Wings. It should be called something else. Maybe, Cornelius Wings or Dream Jets or, right? But hey, everybody knows that is a Caliber Wings F-14. Who are you kidding, right? Who are you kidding? And why do we even need to call it Cornelius Wings or Dream Jets. Think about it. That's blatant, right? That's blatant. That means there is obviously something nefarious going on in the first place, that I'm in cahoots with the factory that, oh, you go sell these in a white box, and tell you what, you call it Cornelius Wings. No. Call it Dream Jets. Yeah, call it Dream Jets. Okay, go. No. The fact of the matter is the factory decided that the 4 units was a shame to just destroy. And because they weren't paid for the 4 units, we PO'd to them 1,050 units. 400 is not exactly 400, it's about 400, just from my recollection. So they are not getting paid from us about 400 units. But these are obviously good enough to sell. So any person in his right mind without integrity would package it in a white box and sell it. And that's what they did. That's exactly what they did. Right? That's exactly what they did. So it does not mean that I can't control my brand. Maybe it does. So if it does, then so be it. I can't control my brand. Right? If this one example means that I cannot control my brand, then so be it. So be it. I cannot control my brand. And then we can all be happy, right? We can all go home and be happy. The same thing happened when the guys who keeps on talking about me doxing a customer. It only happened once. And it wasn't even doxing. What is doxing? Doxing is putting up personal information in the hopes of causing that person embarrassment, grief, fear, and all these things, right? That's doxing. All I did and it's only one time. That one time, you can check it out, right? I put up the address of that particular person on my Facebook, and I asked, who knows this guy? I was asking a question, actually. I was trying to find, I can actually see I'm looking for a missing person, right? I was finding out who knows this person. That is not doxing. I can get a lawyer to represent me, and I will for sure win the case that it's not doxing. Further to that, I took down that post immediately when I was told that this is wrong, right? This is wrong. So yeah, I did something that I had no idea that it was wrong, but it was not for the intention of doxing, and I took it down. But everyone is going after that one time. Don't ever buy Caliber Wings. Don't ever buy Ramen Toy, because these guys, they will dox you. They will. Hey, if you have done no wrong, you should not fear me going after you. But if you have done something wrong, then you are the one who is afraid that I would come after you with justice. So for all the collectors who are good people, who have done nothing wrong, who are not doing it, who are not having any nefarious intentions, you receive a defective model, let's say, right? Not by design, but by accident. We'll take care of you, right? You write into us, and we will take care of the complaint to the best of our ability within reasonable means. But if you come to us with some ridiculous story and expect compensation, which a handful of people online, they do that, right? They do that. So I can just maybe keep quiet, or I can just take it up. And I'm the one that takes it up. So don't mess with me. If you want to mess with me, then expect to be messed with. But it's not doxing. It's just coming to a point of justice. reasonable justice facts, logical facts. So coming back, right, for those guys who keep saying and using that one example, right, if you're so fearful, of being doxxed, which by the way doesn't happen, then please stay far away from me, from Caliber Wings, from Ramen Toy, anything. Just don't get involved. Don't even attempt to buy it. All right. And that's the message I have. So back to this white box thing. It's out there. It cannot be retracted. But guess what? Look on the bright side. Why must you always look on the negative side? Look on the bright side. There are many people who did not have the chance to buy the Punking Dogs. And this is the chance to buy it. And I don't even earn a single cent. How about that? How about that? Think about it. I made the model. I actually QC'd all these units that are in the white boxes that I rejected. And somebody is selling it and I don't even make a cent. Maybe it's the same to those licensing of the Macross Zero, right? The guy made the Macross Zero F14 design and I made the Macross Zero F14 and I sold it and he doesn't get a single cent. Isn't it karma? So I got my karma here, maybe, right? That I'm but I'm okay. I'm actually okay with it. I'm not going after the seller and say, hey, you gotta give me a cut. I don't care. Because if it's done this way and you think that you can go ahead and do it and you think you can sleep well at night, because I can sleep well at night with the Macross Zero situation. All right. I can absolutely sleep well and I can challenge Big West any day and 2 times on Sunday. All right. So if you think you can sleep well doing what you're doing, then go ahead. But I'm not going to go after you and say, hey, give me my cut. That's my model. Give me my cut. I'm not like that. Okay. The fact of the matter is that the 4 units got out into the market. They are not packaged in Caliber Wings boxes without the limited edition card, which means they're not official. And then the person goes on to say, then why are they calling it Caliber Wings? Come on, it's Caliber Wings. Of course you call it Caliber Wings, isn't it? Would you call it something else? Would you call it, I don't know, Diecast 172 F14 Tomcat, and that's it? If you're on eBay, you want to put in words that make sure you catch your sale, right? Right? Of course, this is logical. So why wouldn't anybody put Caliber Wings? It is a Caliber Wings, so put a Caliber Wings, of course, right? So don't come to me and tell me that why are they putting Caliber Wings as the description when you say it's not a Caliber Wings. Man, come on, man. Oh, so let me get back to the comments. So I think we're done with this, right? It's a white box. It's out in eBay. You guys, if you guys want to buy it, be my guest. All right. It's good enough. It's a good enough model. It's except that the nose is a little bit fouled off, just a little bit. It's not a lot, right? If you display it on one side, you can't see it because it's on the other side, and vice versa. It's either on this side or that side. So you guys can decide. So I'm gonna stop this screen. I'm gonna go ahead with the rest of the questions. Let's see. Not too much here, I think. Where did I leave off? I left off here. Okay, there you go. So Daniel, all right. The back rudder F14. How do I reglue it once? How do I reglue it? You have got to. Okay, let me go. Let me go film how the factory does it, and then I will let you know. Right, that's the best way. No point for me to describe it, and then we don't know what's going on. Let me go film it. I'll film it, and I'll put it up on the Facebook, and we can all call it case closed, right? So when is the David, right? So when is the F16 Primo? I'm waiting for the factory to come back to me with the actual schedule because, like I said, we are actually retooling the F16. So by my calculations, it should be by August. So again, Spectre Low, if we want to get into licensing fiasco, then we can do the F14 Ace Combat. Um, this is a tough thing, all right? This is a tough thing. I don't want to talk about other brands because it's not my business. But if you are a business owner and you know that if you put everything out in the market and let the customers fish, right? The customers will take the model and they will look at it, and if they don't like it, they will change it. If they didn't see the problem, they will accept it. Then it's a business because you are actually doing business. You're actually selling goods. Let's put it this way: we go to the supermarket and we buy apples, we buy produce. Not everyone is pristine condition, but they still get sold, right? Of course, the very rotten ones will be picked out and discarded. But the ones that, I mean, the guy that came before you would have gotten the best one, right? The best apple, the best whatever, and then the guys on the back would get the ones that the other guy had already, he pressed on the apple to make sure it's nice and firm, right? So if we're gonna be making sure every single model is pristine and error free, that means I got to QC everything, like I mentioned before, right? Like I mentioned before. Otherwise, at the moment, there is just no possibility, and I would gladly wager this to anyone who can tell me otherwise, that without a person like myself QCing models, that the model would come out from the factory line perfecto. I would wager any day that is not possible. Not possible. Because this is not a product. So even, okay, let's say even if we were to be making, say this thing, right? It's a pocket Wi-Fi. Okay. I can guarantee to you that there is either some blemishes somewhere, minute ones, or even inside, right? So this kind of stuff, the most important thing is inside. So inside, when they are doing the soldering, there might be, but it's not a good example. It's those are mass produced by the millions, I think, by the millions. So it's not a good analogy. A better analogy is, I guess, yeah, all these action figures, right? So all these action figures, all right, are produced by the thousands, and I can already see. Hold on. What am I looking for? Looks pretty good to me. So I think I got a good piece. But no, I'm sure there's something. I remember seeing something on this guy. My point is that something. Okay, this is a simple thing, right? This is a simple thing compared to our F-16, right? You're not comparing apples to apples, right? It's not apples to apples. Um, so what was I talking about? I was talking about quality, right? So you wanna have a model that's pristine, and it should be. But the simple fact is that when it's done at the factory level and it goes through all this process, it's not going to be perfect unless somebody who knows the product comes along and look at it and start identifying what could be fixed here and there. And that's what I did for the QC. I've been looking at everyone and basically mending to perfection, right? Every model had a bit of a flaw here and there, a bit of a paint chip there, just a little bit over there, a bit of a flash over there, you know. Canopy was a little bit cloudy on a few of them. Change the canopies. So yeah, it's tough. Honorable is a bit too high an accolade. I think it's just I would say the minimum, the bare minimum, right? Um, and I said on hindsight, right? On hindsight, if people think that that particular foul on the nose is not a big deal, that it's normal, that you could have an imperfect piece, then I was wrong to reject it, right? So who knows? Nobody knows. But for me, I didn't think that it was acceptable, because the moment you start saying that, okay, this is okay, that's fine, then where are we going? Where are we going? Right? The whole idea of caliber wings is making the finest. So if we start accepting uh, stuff, then it's just not good. And I can be honest with you. I have been accepting stuff, right? I've mentioned in my other stream that there is no model at the moment that is produced by Caliber Wings that I'm happy with. Every single model has its own flaws. Every single one of them. We fixed the flaw on this one, the new one has a new flaw. We fixed the flaw on that one, the next one have a new flaw. And that's the way we roll at the time being until we reach perfection. It's just full of flaws. Matt Cole, don't be too hard on yourself. I think I cannot afford to be not hard on myself, because the moment I'm lax, just imagine being hard already achieved such lack of quality. So imagine if I'm laxed, it's gonna be worse. So there's just no way you can be not hard. You just got to keep pushing, right? Um, if I may quote Michael Jordan, I think he was very hard on his teammates, right? And that's how he achieved what he achieved. Flagstaff Tamaro. In fact, it is sold in a white box. Clearly, it is not an official product. Yeah, you see, but that is the thing. The person is questioning me. Why is it that the item is called Caliber Wings when it's in a white box? That is what is bothering me. I mean, to even ask me that question is, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, right? Anyway, let's move along. David, did the inspection of the GL 14? You mean 04? No, 04, we're still doing 04. Yeah, from the experience of 03, they're bucking up their methods, excuse me, for 04 and Diamondbacks. So I'm gonna be looking at that. All right, Daniel. Thank you. Right, I will do that video and I'll post it up on Facebook, and you will hopefully have you'll have no issues with that attempt. All right, just be careful. Daniel Greek. It's hard to make limited production with so many details. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I could have chosen the easy road, which is just to make something that is exterior look good on the exterior, and then forget about interior, forget about the details. But that's then it defeats the whole purpose of making a model. The fact that I'm making caliber wings is because I've seen what is in the market, and I feel that it is not good enough. As a collector, as a skill modeler, what I see in the market, and I mentioned this back in the day, it's not good enough. That's why I started Caliber Wings. If what I see in the market is already good and dandy, why would I join in? Like I said, I wouldn't make the diorama bases if I can't make it better than Basecraft. So why would I be making models if what's in the market is already good, right? So yeah. Right, Kasim. Hello to you. You left a comment about the reinforcement flarings. You're talking about the aggressor, right? The black aggressor. We'll see. We'll see. So Matt, what is the point of selling a blank model? Because isn't the whole idea of the diecast the pet printing process where it's not decals? So if it's a blank F14, how do you mean? Do you want it assembled blank or in parts blank? And what is blank? Blank as in a coat of white color, like those blank commercial jets, or no color, just metal and plastic. Because there has to be enough of a demand to do it, right? If it's only a few guys who want it, then how do we actually produce it? And you're going to use your own decals, because we're not going to be making decals. Then we're the whole business model changes, right? That is not in my plans. I mean, if you want to buy something, if you really want to buy parts to do something yourself, you can always email, right? I got an email address there. Let me type it again. All right, so it's caliber F14 at 163.com. All right, if you're interested to buy a blank model, email Kelly and she'll give you a quote, right? Moving along. Yeah, David, the GL03 is done. It's done. Where did you order it from? Right? Because if you had already ordered, the initial batch we shipped out, it's all good. Okay, pilots separately at the moment. I haven't planned for it because it's been really busy, and to do a small thing with a small, it's all small, like, you know what I'm saying, We're currently doing like models. So every model that we do, we include the pilots, and it's all made to order. We don't make extras. So to make extra, I got to think of how many more to make and how to package it to sell. So it's something that I've not yet sat down to think about. Although I came up with those pilot sets, right? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and those were actually done not to my expectation. I had given the factory again. I taught the factory how to do it, and apparently that particular factory in the beginning just couldn't do it. Right? Those those figures were totally not approved by me. It's not what I want. The current pilot that you see are approved. That's the kind of standard we want, with the wash on the uniform, with the correct painting of everything. That is what we want. So unfortunately we found this factory that does the good pilots after we had already done the initial set of pilots. So I can't do anything, right? I can't reverse it. So because the initial ones weren't satisfactory for me, I'm apprehensive to do any more at the moment until we sell out and let me try again. But until then, I'm not gonna be like doing more when we have not sold out of the first attempt. I'm confused, right? Mid Killer is already shipped, so we could not possibly be adding any reinforcement stuff. So Matt Chang, either assemble or in pieces. You want a weight of die cast, but use your own decals. Yeah, so why don't you email the email that I put there, and we can get you a quote on how much that would cost. All right. Okay. There is information when exit the F-16 Primo. What do you mean, David? From me. What does that mean? Oh, okay, yeah. So if you got it from us, yes, then it's already shipped, isn't it? I guess we handle all the online orders. All right. So you also purchased a Super Tomcat, like to display the Cowboys model with clean or zero configuration. Yeah, yeah. So that's why. So the Primo, although it's supposed to be clean, we have to include the various ordnance. Otherwise, people would think that, why am I buying a model and it doesn't have the missiles? So this is the thing. This is the thing with collectors that I realize. As much as I try to provide some sense of realism as to what the aircraft is armed with, that's why the first initial Wolfpack only had Sparrows and no Phoenix, I think. That's because it didn't carry Phoenix on the mission. So as I try to be more detailed in terms of my research, I get collectors who think that, oh, this is weird. You're not giving me the Phoenix. So even with our Top Gun models, it's quite obvious that the Phoenix was not used. That's why we didn't include the Phoenix. But we have collectors asking, can I get the Phoenix? I want to put it onto my Top Gun model. So it's hard. It's hard. So if we sold the Primo without any weapons, then it's gonna be a big backlash. Why am I buying this without any weapons? But it's actually a model that has no weapons. So that hopefully solves the case. I will just include ordnance for you guys to arm your models with. Oh, you're talking about the other mid killer, right? The D model, right? No, I've not. I'm not seen your comment or your question. Could you maybe send it again on an email? Could you email us in that email address and provide some information, please? Right, we'll look into it. You meant when the F-16? Oh yeah, like I mentioned above. Um, I mentioned above. Let's see, where did I mention it? Yeah, I mentioned that the Primo will probably be a August delivery. All right. Again, I mentioned this again. Thunderbirds. There is plans for a what you call it, exclusive. So we're still I don't know, waiting to hear back. Hey Snarky, no, you will not see a B-52 model in 172 scale. Sorry about that. I'm okay. How are you? How are you? Kaslav? Is that your name? Kaslav. Kaslev. Hi Kaslev. How are you? Yeah, so Kasim, whatever information that you want to share, please email us and I will look into it. I don't think I've seen your comment. You like it? It's on sale, right? You can buy it here. Let's go. Let's go to our website. All right, let's share the screen, shall we? Let's share the screen. Share the screen. Share the screen. There we go. There we go. Can you see it? All right. Let's put it this way. There we go. Caps. Go check it out. Go check out the caps. Right. It's available on our website, and I'm going to drop the link of the product right now. And if you're interested in the other one, which is the Jolly Rogers, you can also get it from this link. Is that right? Hold on. The first link isn't going through for some reason. So let's do it again. Come on. Bear with me, guys. There we go. All right. So that's that. Daniel Grigg, I'm so happy I finally found and bought the F-14D Tomcatus. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that. No, there'll be no adjustment to the panel lines. There's no adjustment. It'll have to be a brand new tooling to adjust it. Have I got kids? Yeah, my kids are my all these things that you see here. Okay. All right, thanks, Dean. Appreciate your support. Yeah, we will look into this once we see that the caps are actually selling. Right? Again, if it's not selling, we won't make any more because it's got to sell. I'm a legend. Why am I a legend? I was told to stay off social media because it's not good. I was told that I keep making things worse and worse for the brand. The more I comment, the more I speak, the worse it gets for the brand. Which means to say, if I kept right, if I'm not saying anything, if I kept quiet, then the brand would have continued on with a higher esteem, right? Um, so I kept quiet. I don't go on the stream and start talking like this. I don't comment. I don't reprimand customers. I don't do all these kind of things. Then the brand would be pretty good. But that's just me. So there you have it. Um, great, great that you like it. I would like to do another Super Tomcat actually, but I don't know. We can't do the same thing twice because I'm seriously not satisfied with the first one. Yes, I said hello. TU 22. I gotta Google this. Backfire. Okay. We can only dream. We can only dream, man. We will dream, and if we dream hard enough, one day we'll get a backfire and a lancer. Although I'm contemplating that if cannot be on 72 scale, it can be on a different scale. So yeah, I was thinking actually that I would do a 12-inch series, meaning that whatever bombers that we do will be 12 inches long, regardless of scale. So it's a non-scale 12-inch series. Any bomber that you want, 12 inches, because that's actually a pretty, yeah, it's a pretty big size. And although it's not to scale, at least you're getting it right versus not getting it. Because if we do 144, then some are too small. So I think, yeah, I'm contemplating, once I get better graphs on the whole production, the whole 3D model making, then we'll see. Thank you, Dean. All these comments actually mean a lot because it's not easy to run a business. It's not easy to uphold the name of a brand. Again, we're still a young company. We're like 6 years old, right? And it's a one-man show. I can't emphasize hard enough, because it's quite obvious, even if I don't say it, the fact that things are moving so slowly, and you know anybody with a logical mind would probably figure out that this is not a team of 10, 20 people, right? It's just me. So I do my best to make sure that the things I produce for you to buy is of a certain standard. Otherwise, what am I doing, right? I'm not sure where this is going. Yeah, I think I've mentioned this before. F-15 is, once we finish everything on our plate, then we can talk about it. Thank you very much. I disagree though. I think 6 years should be enough time to get certain things sorted out. We are still repeating the same mistakes because we changed factories, and the factories got complacent along the way. So it's tough. It's tough. I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult for me to manage everything, right? I am certain things you don't have to say. You don't have to say certain things. It's supposed to be by default. You got to do these things. It's by default. But the moment you don't say it to the factory, it is something. It means that that point they did not have to pay attention. And once you do not have to pay attention, that's when things go wrong, because the guy who is spraying your models is some guy. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know what we want. He just knows to put the paint in and start spraying. Right? He doesn't know if it's supposed to be matte or gloss or thick or thin. Right? So that's where things screw up. So it's very disheartening, because the moment you see it like that, it's irreversible. The moment you try to reverse it, it means you will lose money. Not you, me, them. We're talking about money gone. That means every project that we do, we can't make money. This project, all right, Mr. Lee saying it's not good. Redo it. Oh, once you redo it, that means you got to pay double for the same thing. You lose money, right? So which logical factory would keep redoing stuff for me and keep losing money? Obviously, they'll say, please take your business somewhere else, right? It's quite obvious. So you got to Caliber Wings is a Singaporean brand, but it's not located in Singapore, because obviously the factory is not in Singapore. So we can be said that we are a nomadic company. We're not located anywhere. We are located wherever the factory is, right? But it's a Singapore brand. So that hopefully answers your question. All right. Yeah, we'll look at the Hornet next time. Okay, I'm gonna look at other let's see. Okay, there's also mention of the Mirage Tree. And again, my answer will be the same as every answer for all, whether it's the Mirage Tree, whether it's the F-15, the F-18, the Backfire. I mean, all these so many things, and you consider 2 years for one tooling, right? So 4 models already 8 years. 8 years from now, I'm like 50. 8 years from, I'm 52 years old, right? So I don't know how many years that I have left. So let's see. Mr. Wu, keep going and doing the best for your brand. It's tough to get everything right. The collectors can make their own minds up. Yeah, it's no, but like I said, I never give myself excuses. I believe it can be done. It's just a matter of how much everybody is willing to play ball. I can pretty much guarantee if everybody under Steve Jobs just didn't do their work, I don't think he would have been as successful as he was, right? Yeah, and because it's those people that does the job, it's not me spray painting, it's not me printing, it's not me fixing the models for you. So everybody has to play ball. If people don't play ball, that's when you have things going wrong. Say your username. No, I can't say your username. It's Vladis Jevic. Is that a Croatian or Croatian? Looks Croatian to me. Am I right? Kaslav Vladis Jevic. Kaslav Vladijevic. Is that right? Is that better? All right. So let me see. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, David actually sent. Oh, so David, you actually sent. And yeah, so I was about to get to all these backlog. You have a problem with your SU-24 fin. Uh, just super glue, man. Super glue. The stuff that you get from a stationery store in the Woolworths or Kohl's or Target or Kmart, the section where there is stationery, there's bound to be super glue. It normally comes in a little right, right, and that's super glue. Just be careful not to get it on your fingers. If it gets stuck together, it might cause you some damage. So yeah, it's serious stuff. Okay. All right. So any more questions, guys? We're basically rolling out the JL04 and Diamondback snakes, and I will be surely putting the F14 tooling into the retool mode as we churn out the F14D. Um, and hopefully hopefully that will be a new era for the Tomcat, for the caliber Tomcat, because enough of the problems with the existing F14 tooling, and we want to, you know, make it right. 1/200 is too small. Yeah. The whole thing about bombers has got to be like is a reasonable size. So, anyways, all right. So I hope that I clarified on the F16 and whatever issues that you guys are thinking about those white boxes, right? Is there any other things that you want to talk about? Since you have numerous of the models, can you go over the display stands for them? Can you go over? How do you mean by go over? So, oh yeah, let me just show you this. So this is the revised stand. All right. Previously this was metal as well. Focus, focus. So previously this was metal. Right. Come on. There we go. Right. So it's now changed to plastic. Okay. Again, the bottom is die-cast metal. It's heavy at the bottom and transparent at the top. So once I get this sorted out, let's hope that we can get it produced and shipped by August. So please wait a bit more, and you can use this to display your F14, F16, SU-24, etc. All right, hope that clarifies. Austin James, Thank you for that. Again, I don't want to make empty promises and false hopes. So let us get what we promised to do done first, and then we can look at anything else going forward. I think that's the best move. All right. So let me maybe go through. Let me go through the Facebook site. We can go through this together. So since it is share the screen. Okay. So first and foremost, please, guys, please, if you have any queries about your order, or if you're having, touch wood, any missing parts, then please email to caliber f14 at 163.com, because that's where Kelly is standing by at the other end during weekdays to help you with your concerns. All right. Okay, so since we are doing this, we can probably um, go through this. So oh, there you go, Austin James, you're here. So Mario has asked all these questions, and like I said, I'm not doing any other reveals or plans until we get things done. And on this site here, we are talking about. Okay, just nothing here. See anything I missed here? All right, so the JR03 weathering version is going to be something that I am sort of applying the effects on myself, because the factory hasn't uh, executed it to my instructions or my direction. So I'm having to actually do it one by one. So the thing about the GL03 weathering version is as and when I complete the sample, then we will actually put it up for order. And how it's going to work is as and when I finish a model, then we'll ship it. So that's the caveat there. All right. All right. I think that's about it. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything else. Oh, there you go. So, right, you can see very clearly that the S2 is currently able to stand, rather not stand, be displayed without the tail falling to the ground. So previously the tail was hitting the ground, but now, with the adjustment that we made, and it's currently like that. So a few more tooling adjustments to be made before we can roll out a test sample that we finally call it good to go, and we go to production in full. And like I said, I can only hope for end of the year for the S2's wave 1 to be produced. All right, let's aim for end of the year. Or did I say January next year? Maybe I did. Yeah. Because things that I plan always gets delayed a little bit. Oh, look at that. I'm not sure what this is. Should I There we go. All right. Okay. Is there any other questions that you guys have? Jorge is in the house. Jorge is in the house. Hey, Jorge. Nice that you dropped in. You missed about an hour 50 of my rant, which you can catch on the rerun of this stream. Yeah, so I thought I just, turn on the camera and just talk to you guys because it's been a while. It's been 3 weeks since the last stream. And obviously, I've been very busy with production of what we needed to do the GL03 and all these things, sorting out the TP05 and 06. So that was a bit of a headache, but we're over that. And hopefully, we learn from the mistakes the factory learned, and please don't repeat the same mistakes again, right? Don't spray the model too thick, please. Hey Cornelia, I was just talking about you on the comments in Facebook where you talk about the Primo, I think, and we went through that and we talked about how the Primo is going to be correct, so don't worry about it. Yes, you just realized. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, but I'll be here for a while more if you guys. Some of you may have just woken up, right? You're in West, we're in the East. It's currently like 1 a.m. here in China, and I am just keeping touch with you guys. You know. All right. So how's everybody doing on this Sunday? Obviously, it's Monday for me, but I guess Sunday for most of you. Let me also go through. Let's see. Let's just do this. This should be fun. I am going to share the screen on the Caliber Wings YouTube studio. There we go. Yeah, let's go through this. All right, so Tarkan has given a comment that's a great model, so we got to reply him and say, thank you for that. Thank you for the kind comment. Right, so we've done that. All right, so fantastic model, received mine today. Incredible detail. A small suggestion for the ordnance. All right, the dowels are a tad short. So yeah, we have actually gone through this on the live stream, so I'm just gonna reply. So thank you for your support. We note on your concern. If you have time, please check out our latest live stream where we addressed the point that you have brought up. There you go. All right, and we will give some thumbs up there. I need new washers. All right, okay, so please, email Caliber F14 at 163.com for assistance. All right, so this is thank you, Isaac, for the kind comments. We appreciate your support. There you go. So where can you buy this? We will have ordering information on our website in the second half of 2021. Please stay tuned. Thank you for your patience. All right. And of course, thank you very much for appreciating the work. All right, I cleared some backlog. Okay, so you saw me there looking at the YouTube comments and addressing them. So I'm going to stop the share screen and okay, hold on. I missed a few. There we go. Yeah, so Primo will have web. I went through this just now. I said that it will be impossible for us to release the model clean. People will be complaining where are the weapons. So weapons will be included. You can go ahead to put it on or take it off. It's up to you. Mr. Wu, I see the display behind you. Do you have one of each of the caliber release? No, I don't have one of each. No, I don't. I do not have one of each. What I have is just well, it's actually over there. I have the Wave 1 of the F-16s. I have the TP-02 Maverick and Goose. I have the Macross 0 F-14 Kai. And I have the 07 Ghost Rider. And the two Robotech F-14s, the monochrome and the black one. That's all I have. Yeah. And it's not even with box and cart. It's just the model. All right. It's Monday already in Malaysia. Yes. Yeah, if you need to go and rest, please go ahead. I'm just doing this stream because I know that majority of our collectors in the Western region would not be able to be up when I'm doing a afternoon one. Furthermore, I have no time these days to be doing an afternoon stream because I have to be at the factory. So this is the only time that I thought I would just fire up the camera and just talk to you guys. And I think we address a few points, right? It's important that we address the few points. 5 MRAMs. How do you get 5 MRAMs? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, how do you get 5 MRAMs? It's got to be. Oh, and 5 and 1. 5 and 1. Let's see. We can't do that because we have already configured the center hard point on the wing to be of a certain distance of the taps. So there's no way a sidewinder and MRAM pylon would fit onto the center hard point. So that is our limitation. So sorry about that. If you need to do it, you got to be a code tree. You got to, glue it in place by fouling off the little tab. And even then, I'm not sure if the position is correct. It's got to be adjusted, right? So yes, it's going to be good because we've ironed out the problems of wave one, and wave two going forward. It's going to be good. So the SU22 waves, no, I've not talked about it because it's not yet. We are fixing the fittest tooling, and only when we finish the tooling and it's good can we talk about the waves. So currently, no. All right, Europe timing is perfect. It's good. Look at the drive side. Um, yeah, I will see what I can do. All right. Okay. Let's see. There's still 24 of you guys watching the stream. Thank you. If there's any other questions, you let me know. Otherwise, I think I'm done. I'm actually done with what I have to say, which is basically is to address the fact about the F-16 pylons being too loose. You got to use glue. No, I've debunked that. There's no need for any glue. And yes, I agree. It will fall off with the slightest touch. But the fact is that when it's on, it won't fall off without any touch. And we've gone through the fiasco of the white box models. Don't for a second think that this is the norm. Because somebody else didn't have integrity, that doesn't mean that we have no integrity. So yeah. Yeah, Mr. Wu, thanks. Where are you from, Mr. Wu? Are you from? Yeah, where are you from? I'm actually kind of thirsty. So I actually did a live stream this morning on my other channel, 2 hours plus, and now it's also 2 hours plus. So I'm getting a little bit, but at least I. Oh, UK, great, very good. How's things in the UK? Yes, the F-16 packaging tray. As I've mentioned before, the current new tray is what I originally wanted to do, right? But for some reason, the factory said they can't do this original tray for whatever reason, and we came to the conclusion of the EVA tray, which I initially thought was a bit too hard, and it doesn't look good on the side, and it has a certain smell. And I thought that the smell would actually go away as we air it, but apparently this is not the case, and we have customers complain that there's a strong smell. So the way to change it, the way to correct it, is to change the material back to what I initially suggested, right? So, listen to me. Don't make weird suggestions. Same thing. When I came up with the packaging for the models, right? It wasn't initially, it wasn't this kind of material, right? it wasn't this material. Initially, it was the softer material. But people say that, oh, the material is too soft. Please change it to a harder material. So I did, right? I did. But with this, you can't put the magnets, right? You got to go back to using the Velcro, which is what I hate. I hated the Velcro. All right. I hated the the Velcro thing. But with this, you can't do the magnets. It's got to be Velcro. So, you know, and in the end, this box also got damaged during transit. So it's not a case of if you change to a sturdier box, it doesn't get damaged. It does get damaged. So what's the point? So sorry, I reverted back to my original idea, which is what you're seeing now, right? The Black Bunny F14 was this material, and the TP 01 and the Mona Cat was this material, right? So there was a point in our life that we made this drastic mistake, even when we tried to please, certain people who suggested it. But no, listen to me. I think I know what I'm doing. That's the key, right? So yeah. Again, that's more renting from me, right? More renting. Yes, the elevators must be kept separate from the body, right? I've explained that the Witty and JC F16s, the elevators, some of them were broken. And then, of course, we get the reply from one of you that said, no, none of them broke. Sure, of course, not everyone broke. If every single one broke, then we're in trouble, right? Some of them broke, not everyone. The one I got broke, right? The one I got broke off. So the moment if there is some that breaks, then it's already a problem, isn't it? Why would I risk some breaking? So separating the parts it is the correct way to do, right? As much as I want the model to be as I mentioned to you guys countless times, I want the model to be as assembled as it can be for you when you take it out from the box. The experience should be such that when you open the box, the model that comes out is already there. That's why it's already on its undercarriage. The initial F14 that we did was no undercarriage because the idea back then was to show you the underneath of the model with the reflective piece of cardboard, the chrome reflective cardboard. That was the initial design concept for that packaging. But we have customers saying that, oh, they didn't know that the model had parts underneath, right? They thought that the model was only this aircraft and nothing else. So what's with the $150 US price tag, right? So I removed the transparent piece. Oh, sorry, I removed the chrome reflective mirror piece, and then now you can see the parts below. But by doing that, my concept was already with the gear up configuration, so I couldn't change it to gear down. But I did change it thereafter when we did the other models, like the Top Gun, right? Top Gun was no, the Top Gun wasn't. The Mona Cat had the gear down already because that was from the Robotech series, where I decided that we should start doing it with the gear in place. But of course, again, there was problems with some gears falling off during transit, and that's another thing. But otherwise, the SU24 gears were already installed. So once you take it out from the blister, you can display it right away. So I wanted things to be done as complete as possible, but sometimes it's just not possible. For example, even if I wanted the pitot tube of the F14 installed first, but because there is no glue involved, it's a press fit. It is a press fit. It's the metal versus metal. The nose is metal. The pedal tube is metal. When you put two metal together and you want a good fit, it has to be without glue, because the moment you have glue involved, it's going to, you put the glue in and you push this in, the glue is going to come out. This is physics, right? It's physics. If I design it in such a way whereby the hole is bigger, to accommodate the glue, then again, because we're dealing with such tight tolerances, we all have seen things that are glued, again, with impact, it can also dislodge. The only best way was my first attempt where the pedal tube was in PVC, because the PVC is softer, the PVC adheres to the metal with the glue tighter. So even though any impact, the PVC pedal tube would stay on. But apparently the pedal tube was in PVC wasn't what the collectors wanted, because they thought that it was not accurate. So I switched to metal. But with metal, you got to understand the limitations and potential hazard. So it has to be separated, right? As much as I want it to be a part of the model, the best way to go is separated, because if we put it on, there'll be more problems. Customers will complain that it's gone, it's missing, I didn't put it in, and stuff like that. So we have gone through a lot of deliberation before we come up with the final execution. But again, it's not perfect, right? It's not perfect. EDP13. I have no idea. I think these are all the trolls, right? So I am going to block the user. There we go. All right. Yeah, no worries, man. You're still up. Yeah, so we definitely want to make sure that what we do it makes sense. There's explanation, and you guys know what's going on. It's not just done haphazardly. USAFE. There's always every chance if we actually do it. So, but we need time. Captain Scarlet, thanks for joining the stream. I think it's the first time I've seen your name on the stream before. So thank you for that. It helps to give us the confidence that we're doing something good. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're talking to Jorge there. Yes, I mentioned before that we're looking at August. All right, August. All right, guys, I think it's time for me to call it a day. There's still 21 of you in the stream, but it's time for me to call it a night and get back to work tomorrow. And we will be in touch on Facebook. We will be in touch with the updates there. And I will probably do a next stream before or after or when we're at Wonder Festival in June, middle June. The last message there on the F-35. Yeah, let us finish what we have on our plate first before we attempt anything new. All right, that's all I have to say. All right, guys, thanks again for joining me for the past 2 hours. I really appreciate it. I hope that I have brought some insight to the things that concern you and the things that concern me. All right. I hope I have debunked some misconceptions or some ideology, and we push forward. Right. We get over things. We push forward, and I will see you in the next one. All right. So take care and have a good week ahead. Goodbye.